Member.
Before we leave this issue of water, I would like to ask the Minister, under your ministry there are a number of community watersheds, and the government seems to have moved away from the concept of community watersheds, and I'd like to know, particularly the people in the Cowichan Valley would like to know, because we've got the Cowichan River watershed, we've got Shawnigan Lake area. Both areas, there's a lot of concern about their watersheds, and they, both communities would like to see a day where there is more community control and more community watershed control in communities. And just briefly, the example that I would use is the one that the Minister is very familiar with. In the Cowichan River, we had concerns about fish. And I actually experienced this, Honourable Speaker. I had the Cowichan Valley Regional District, I had 3 mayors, and I had the First Nations come down and meet with me out in the hall. And they wanted to know whether I would go to you and plead their case on their behalf that they wanted the right to save a little water. And when that happened, I went to you and explained, and I see that, Honourable Speaker, as putting a lot of capital on the table. We put a lot of political capital on the table, and we were requesting, Honourable Speaker, the Minister to act to protect water on behalf of the people of the Cowichan Valley. All those political representatives wanted to contain a little water, and your ministry acted against the wishes of all of those community leaders, including the MLA. And as a result, we ended up trucking water up and trucking fish. We had to truck fish up the river to pools because of the failed actions of the minister. And so I want to know, why is the minister not get it, as particularly having gone through that experience with me, that we need more community watershed control in communities all over BC, but I know certainly in our communities in the Cowichan Valley, and I've met with a number of river groups, a number of lake and river groups in Shawnigan and the Cowichan River that are extremely concerned about the lack of control and being ignored by the ministry. So could you explain to me why this government is refusing to sit down with local communities and establish more community control of watersheds?
Thank you, Chair, and again, thanks for the question, and certainly an example of one that very familiar with, and I'm very pleased with the role that our ministry played in finding a solution there. The Deputy Water Controller has amended the rule curve for the Cowichan River, providing the solution that was required. It took a lot of work, a lot of facilitation in order to achieve that. The challenge in all of these is developing a consensus among all the water users. So that took some time. That the year previous, that consensus didn't exist, but we worked through with the First Nations, with the mayors, with the community to find that solution, and I'm hopeful now that is in place. Community watersheds are designated under the Forest and Range Practices Act. We have many community watersheds in the province under the legislation. I think it's important to recognize that local solutions through that community approach are an important part of the process, one that we need to continue to work with and support.